Hey everyone. So I'm here in the back bedroom, and you can see here's the bunk bed, on top of which are a couple of the tandem thrones. There's kind of a chair throne that's flat. There's a bed that David Oren gave me. Gave him a U throne in exchange. There's that pad, just full of a bag full of foam, and then there's a watch, kind of standard school desk. And then there's a kind of a 1950s recliner. This is very much kind of following the Eames style of reclining with one's feet above the waist, which back in the day, it was standard practice to train one's body almost all the time with technique as being a part of one's awareness. Why are these called preacher curls? Because that's what preachers had to do. Why? Because their job was to be in books, to be bent over for extended periods of time. Just like in today's world, human beings are drawn downwards. Our lives demand that we all become like preachers, in that each one of us has access to the greatest source of knowledge and empowerment. Don't ever be afraid to burp. Don't ever think it's impolite. Oh! In a lot of cultures, it's rude not to burp. The sequencing of the dishes is intended to... Oh yeah, let me show you the throne that I'm on. This is a 1705, and there's nothing else that can give us this. There's nothing else. It's simply what we need at the time in which we need it. I got this from the farmer's market yesterday. I gave a U throne, like a single pole U throne, to a friend of mine, a younger urban farmer who appreciates all of this experience of connecting and getting something from the earth and sharing it with these other beings who we want to thrive. We want to bring them nutritious calories that have a much smaller pollution footprint, that have a much smaller pollution chain. Supply chains, those are pollution changes, basically. You see how all of these postures of nobility, of dignity, of shame, of embarrassment are all necessary and can be choreographed and summoned anytime we want to summon them, anytime we can recognize our feelings, our chemicals. A lot of times we can't control what chemicals get activated. But if we can sensitize ourselves better, and with each moment of attempting to ask yourself, what am I feeling? Is this nervousness? Is this fear? Is this excitement? Is this trepidation? Is this a sense of confidence? Is this a sense of insecurity? Is this imposter syndrome? Or is it my authentic self? It can't be all of those, but it's got to be a little bit of everything. Maybe in little micro amounts, but that's necessary. Take any one of those qualities, and you've got it. Maybe it's 0.0001%. Knowing that everything exists at all times in different ratios, just like atoms, protons and neutrons and electrons are shaped in certain ways of certain densities and that gives them properties. All of the energy that goes into enriching, giving it energy is released in the explosion. But that energy was stored in those molecules, in those atoms, by spinning it. That came from somewhere. You put all of that energy into the energy that was existing. Think about all those protons, all those neutrons. That's a chain reaction. And I'm not saying that because as if you don't know. We know what these concepts are. But how much time do we devote to actually imagining their existence? That's an element of central nervous training because it's time in your life. We're sensitizing, we're assessing the information and enabling it, fostering its resonance, its power to shape our values and thus how we interface with the world, the choices that we make, the preferences that we have. That is all stemming from these basic sensibilities, these basic ethics, these basic approaches to the discovery of information, and then the most enhancatory synthesis of that information such that our lives are as contributive to the expansion of the realm of understanding. Clarity in perception. Clarity. See how I'm elevated right now? This is just my right hand, you know? Now, without moving my position, let me see if I can. Okay. See, this is a workout. This is me going to the gym. Left hand. I know how to spell clarity. Mm. Let me get this C to be. Now, let me do that with my right hand as well, just like I did on the other side.